All right, so just a couple quick announcements for you guys. Literally just decided we're going to be creating a thread about Summit, and so we can start to pair up and make sure that everyone has a room. FYI, I think that we're not supposed to be traveling right now because of coronavirus, but flights are wicked cheap. Like, I got my flights 2 weeks ago, and I was like, this is an insane deal. And somebody else on our team, Jackie, got the same flights for $100 cheaper on Thursday or Friday. So look for your flights now if you're coming to Summit. Even if you don't have your ticket yet, I would say book that. But we will get a thread going for that. Also, one thing that I want to do, we talked about this on the breakthrough call, is get clips of everyone doing 10 rounds, just like one move per person, and start sharing that in a message thread as well, so we can save it and then upload it on our Instagram stories, so we can showcase lots of different types of people and all the, like, also I think it's hilarious when some people aren't really good at it, like the uncoordinated and then the super coordinated, so like all different types. Yeah, Kelsey's like, that's me. So I want to create a thread, totally optional. I'll probably just do a post in Fit Vibes Tribe and say, do you want to be a part of this? Group everyone together tomorrow, and we can just share in there, save what you want, do what you want with it. And then last but not least, 10 rounds launches on Monday. Hopefully everyone knows that the free workout launched today. The free workout is already on Beachbody on demand. So if you have BOD, well, you guys do, but if your customers have BOD, they can access it there. If not, and they're a prospect, then you can actually give them a Vimeo link, which we have in a bunch of different places. And so use this week to hype it up so that on Monday, you have already had the conversations with all of the people that are interested. You've already showed them the different bundles. Monday is just you logging into ShareCart, signing up all the people as coaches or discount coaches or customers, and you're at Success Club 10 in one day. That is my goal for you guys. So today we have Chelsea Mendoza speaking on super successful systems for a successful business. Simple systems for a successful business. And she'll explain it. But it's gonna be awesome. Take it away, Chels.
Oh my gosh, I'm dying. First of all, shout out to all of you guys who got sick, because I literally almost died last week. Take care of yourself. I did not have coronavirus, but I just had a really bad cold. I'm back though, and I want to share something that has just been so passionate about on my heart. Sam had asked us, like, hey, what topics do you want to have a call on? And I was like, I know exactly what I want to have a call on. And I think this is really going to help a lot of you out. So basically, I kind of was having a pity party last month. I was like week 3 in February, and I was at like Success Club 4, which that's really awesome for Success Club 4. But for me in week 3, I'm usually at like 10 and like working on other accounts at that point. So I was really just having my own little pity party and like beating myself up. And then I was like, what am I not doing? And then I just thought to myself, okay, I just got back from this really awesome leadership conference. What were they telling us to do? I was like gonna like offload on my coach, like, this business doesn't work anymore. And like, it's just, how you get in your own mind and you kind of just little insecure sometimes. Well, I was having that moment, and I want to just be more like transparent with everybody that, every coach goes through that. So I was having a pity party last month, and I told myself, okay, let's think about what they were talking a lot about at NLC, the new leadership conference. And all I could keep, like, looking through my notes, looking through everything they kept saying was keep it simple, right? And I feel like as coaches, we have a tendency to really want to overcomplicate things or get stuck in our head or just make things bigger than they are, when really the success lies in the simplicity of things. So today I'm going to share with you guys how I went from SC4 to SC16 in a week. And now I'm with the same system. I'm like 6 coaches. My team and I are like 6 coaches away from 2-star. So, or 2-star qualification. So I'm going to teach you exactly what I do day-to-day basis. It's super simple. And I promise you, if you apply this in your business, you're going to see a lot of success. And this is just systems I learned at NLC and just like by watching national weight calls. But I'm still a little winded from being sick, but Here we go. So basically my business is run each day off 2 sheets, okay? And yes, before all of you guys are like, I'm a digital person, this all translates to digital. So I'll explain my process like real quick, and then I'll dive into it. So first of all, a sheet you all should have printed off. I would suggest highly not to use the app, but Success Club, the business activity tracker. Print these off, I promise. When you print them off, print it off to where you print off the names on the back, like double-sided. And I'll tell you why I do this specifically. But have these printed off. I promise you, I wasn't doing this, and this is why my business was holding me back, because especially for us coaches that have been in it for a little bit longer, you start to realize that maybe you're not doing all the basic stuff you used to do, and that's probably why you're not seeing the results you used to. So I kind of had to have a little wake-up call. So I never was a coach that did this business activity tracker, and that was my biggest downfall as a coach. So print these off, 1, if you don't have them printed off. And 2, I know pretty much all of you guys don't have this sheet, but I'm going to post it somewhere after this call. It's called the Make It Happen Daily Tracker, okay? It's super, super simple, and I'm going to go over the few things on it. But basically, date, day, you do your focus for the day at the top, focus, your affirmation, you get I'm grateful for, and then today I will. And then these little boxes are your to-dos, okay? And I'll tell you why I do this. So these 2 sheets are literally Bible for me, like everything, okay? So just quick rundown, I do this sheet. I do both sheets every day, but you're gonna have 5 of these printed off because I work Monday through Friday, sometimes more than that, so I'll print off 7. I print off 5, and guys, you don't have to do this. I'm just sharing you guys my super simple method that works for me. So I print off these Make It Happen daily trackers, and maybe you do something similar too, and then I print off, so you're gonna have 4 of these at the end of the month, basically, because you do 1 a week. So then I'll have 5 of those and 1 of these. And basically what I do is, and I'll show you one that's actually like kind of complete. What I do is, how I simplify it is, I will, on the back of my Make It Happen tracker, I will tally my invites. I do 50 a day. My advice to you is, if you're somebody who writes down every single person's name that you invite, stop doing that, because you are wasting time and you're wasting your patience. So the people that I do write down are people who respond that they are in any way, shape, or form interested. So what I do is send my 50 invites, right? And then the next day on my Make It Happen tracker, so the next day on the back of my sheet, my business activity tracker, everybody who responded, probably like 4 people of 50 invites, let's be real, I will write their name down, and then by the end of the week, I had this huge list of people who said they were interested on the back of my business activity tracker. And then what I do is I go back in and highlight them if I sign them up. Super simple. So I tally my invites. Don't write people's names. Just do your 50 people who like, comment, or watch your stories. And then as you're going through your invites, you're probably going to see people that you haven't talked to in a while, that you haven't sent a new invite to in a while. So what I do is I write down the people, all the names I need to follow up with, or people in general that I need to follow up with, on the back of my Make It Happen tracker. So I'll put both of these trackers too, like I said, into Fit Vibes or something. But why I really like this Make It Happen tracker is, and I'll give you a couple tips to make sure you're really utilizing this in the best way you possibly can. But I like it because you're practicing a morning routine. Every morning, I know I don't dive into my business until I have this filled out with what I need to do for the day. If you don't have a to-do list, guys, you're going to be all over the place. Your head's going to be scrambled. Everything's going to be complicated. You need to have a to-do list so that you can get those tasks out of the way. So, and also I like that you practice morning gratitude. So some things I'll put on there is, I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for sunny days. I'm grateful for my son's happiness. And then on the today I usually put like something really practical, like today I'm going to sign one person up, or today I'm going to get my mom active, or help at least one of my coaches sign somebody up. So here's something too that I learned from to make the most out of this sheet is that I was thinking, I don't know if some of you guys listened to the book Girls Stop Apologizing by Rachel Hollis, but she said in that book that instead of like having a trillion things on your to-do list, think about what your ultimate goals are for the day. So say you, instead of like saying I'm gonna talk to, so say you want to sign 2 people up, like in an ideal perfect day you're just gonna sign 2 people up that day. Well, instead of putting like sign 2 people up today, like I kind of did on this one, I've been learning as I've been going, you can put I want to have 20 conversations today, because you want to put the things that lead up to that ultimate goal. So have action steps on that to do. And then I found too that the more you get specific on your to-do list, like instead of like putting, oh, let's connect with people today, that's so broad. The more specific you get with your goals and your to-do list, the more specific you get about everything, I've found that the more success I'm seeing. So having a system is just like super important, guys. So 1, print this off. Write the people who are interested on the back. 2, have some sort of sheet like this. Every day, I would say that a sheet like this has literally kept me in this coaching game. If you're not sitting there writing about your affirmations, like I'll even share with you guys, like this is my affirmation for today. There's no such thing as a slow week. You make moves and you take massive action. Like, if I didn't write that crap down, I would literally like tell lies to myself every single day. I would be like, it's a slow week. You're only going to sign 1 person up. You're not going to sign anybody up. Like, oh, you have so much going on. You can't do anything. Like, well, that's just crap. We have to write down our affirmations. If we're not breathing in belief and life into ourselves, then chances are, we're not going to believe in ourselves and we're not going to succeed. So it's super important to write down affirmations, to have some type of routine. Maybe it's not the Make It Happen tracker, but I really want to encourage you guys, in order to keep it simple, like remind yourself of your why. Like, why are you here? Why are you doing this? What is the purpose behind sending out those invites? Are you saving for a car? Are you trying to pay off student loans? Are you trying to get that dream house that your family has always wanted? Like, put a purpose behind every small step you take, and it's going to be that much worthwhile, guys. So I think just to really keep it simple is 1, this needs to be a staple in your business. Business activity tracker needs to be a staple. I promise you, literally this system is exactly how I went from SC4 to SC16 in like 5 days. I'm not kidding you. And I also, because of this system, have been earning my highest paychecks ever, and my coaches are the most successful they've been in a long time. Because now we've switched our focus to this sheet, and instead of worrying about the fluff like blogs and making sure our Instagrams are super perfect, or worrying about if our wording is so perfect on all of our posts, everybody's getting back to the basics where they're sending invites, they're connecting, they're following up, they're keeping it simple. The more simple you keep it and the less you confuse yourself, like the further you're going to go. That's not to say too you should like make time for like learning new things and like absorbing things and like expanding yourself, but core basics of this business is keep it simple. Print these off. Oh yeah, and I didn't tell you, at the end of the month, what I do with my tracker, what I do with all these names. So I'm going to have, in an ideal world, I'm going to have 4 of these sheets at the end of the month, right? Because you do 1 a week and there's 4 weeks in a month. At the end of it, I input all of these names on the back of my tracker into my Google Streak system so that it's just there. And I already have my follow-ups ready to go. How many of the 6 extra people you signed up in 1 week were invites that you did that week versus follow-ups from this past month or many months? That's a great question. I think 50%. I think 50% were brand new. what's Google Streak? Google Streak, Cassie, is a tracking system. It's an electronic tracking system that there's training for in our specific team page. And basically, it's just a way to write people's names in and then know when you talk to them and like when you should follow back up with them, just to keep tabs on them. You don't have to do everything electronically, but I find it easier to just input these because you're a pen and paper person. I hate to burst your bubble, but the first 2 years of my business, I've been a coach for like 4.5 years now. The first 2 years of my business, I was a pen and paper person and I wrote down all of my follow-ups and it was just the most perfect system ever, right? Well, my dumbass went and lost the notebook that had all the follow-ups. And that literally broke my entire heart because I did not have it backed up on anything. So all those people from the past, I'm now backtracking to. Like, I always have to go back into my Facebook messages from 2016. It's just so unrealistic. So I would say invest the time into learning how to do an electronic tracking system, whether that be Asana or Google Streak, or even just something like I know Gretchen uses notes in her phone. I also do that sometimes. Did you ever find the notebook? No, I didn't. And that still breaks my heart. It sucks so bad. But, okay. Just to summarize it, and then you guys can ask any questions. I know this was super short, but that's the key to it. It's like simplicity is key, and if it's simple enough, it's going to be short and to the point. Too soon, Sam. Yeah. Okay, so 1, follow the business activity tracker. I know that for me, it's kind of like just like I said, it's like Bible or guide or whatever you follow in your life, but it's just like this mecca of, it just has tons of the information that you should be doing. I know a lot of my coaches sometimes are like, sometimes I just sit down and I'm ready to work, but I have no idea what to do when I sit down to work. That's why you should print off the business activity tracker, because it's such a guide of what you should be doing. Like things you wouldn't even think to do. Did you post a healthy meal or meal prep today? No, I wasn't doing that every day. I for sure was not doing that. And that's just skipping out on value you could be sharing. And it also made me realize I wasn't recognizing my coaches enough. It just makes you think about all the little things that you could be doing to be even that more successful. So business activity tracker is a must. Print it off with the names on the back, double-sided, also just save paper. And then a make it happen daily planner. I think that this has been so essential to my success. And some of the things on my tracker every day that help me succeed are 1, sending happy birthday messages. It's super simple. All you do is say, hey girl, happy birthday. Hope you have an amazing day. Boom. Smiley face. That little emoji. You know what I'm talking about. And then at the end of the month, I send that another script saying, hey girl, saw you in my inbox and I just thought I'd invite you to my next fit challenge. Does getting healthy and working on some goals sound nice to you or something like that? Works like a freaking charm. Works so good. Because they're like, oh man, that girl said happy birthday to me 3 weeks ago or a month ago or whatever. She's super cool. Or often enough, sometimes people are like, hey, you're that fitness girl, right? You always post the videos. Like, I was actually thinking about doing your next challenge. Like, happy birthday messages are always a must. I always have clear my inboxes when I can. I put the bat on there. Yeah. Pouring value into your challenge group, but that's on your business activity tracker. Okay. I had a challenge pack sign up from a VA message before. It was pretty cool. See? I want to know, what do you guys struggle with in keeping your system simple? Like what do you do to overcomplicate it? What do you find complicating, maybe as a new coach, or like you've been in this for a while, maybe it's boring to you? I don't know.
I mean, I just overcomplicate it. Like I sit there and I'm like, okay, and I overthink it, and then in my overthinking it, I then like start running off in all these tangents. I'm like, wait, but what about this today and this and this? And it's like, no, I was making a post. I was making a post. That's all I was doing. I wasn't doing all this training, or I wasn't trying to sign somebody up right now, and I'm making a post. But then I start thinking about all these things that could go wrong and stuff, and psych myself out.
Totally. And I think that it's really good that you spoke up too, because I think for a lot of new coaches, all you should be worried about right now is, one, picking a program, doing it from start to finish, sharing it along the way, and printing off your business activity tracker and doing those simple tasks that are going to help you succeed along the way. Worrying about your journey, business activity tracker. That's it. 2 things. Sharing it on social media, being a product of the product, and just getting results from that first program. And then if you're a coach who has a lot of coaches, you're someone on here that's like a diamond or a star diamond or whatever you are, it's really important to teach this system. If you want to talk about duplication and like success in this business, get that tracker. And there's everything on this list is duplicatable. When people see this, it's like a tangible thing that are easy tasks that all of your team can do. So I would really, really encourage you. My team switched to this mindset, and it's all my B, like it's all my bad. I wasn't doing this. And so when my coaches started switching to this, I'm seeing people who have never locked in Success Club get SC2 on the board, or SC4, or hitting Success Club for the first time and locking in Emeralds for the first time. Or coaches who quit and come back are literally hitting Emerald in the first week. So it's a super simple, duplicatable process that I think all of us just need to get on board with.
So I was going to say one thing that I feel like I do, well, I know that I do, because I'm like so pumped up right now and Harry's not here tonight. And so I'm like wanting to work the rest of the day because I work all day. And well, not all day. I started work around like 10:30 and then stopped around 5. And I had some calls here and there and whatnot, but I was so productive, like did all of the things. But when I looked at my list, I sent 0 invites, 0 follow-ups. Like all the things on the business activity tracker did not get done. I was doing like Emerald gifts and an email and reaching out to March clients. I guess it's kind of on the list. Unread, like just things that make sense on why I didn't sign anybody up today. And so, and I will say that because I think once you become a diamond or 1-star and whatnot, it's easy to put those extra things on your list of like, oh, now I need to mentor people. Now I need to create a training. Now I need to start a blog. And like Chelsea said, she's been coaching for 4.5 years, and we still have to do like the basics. So Cassie, it sounds like you're a new coach. We're doing the exact same thing that you're doing. And I think that it just keeps us grounded on like, there really is no secret sauce. If there is, it's the business activity chapter. So don't let yourself get to the point where I often do of like, for me, it's fun to like create trainings, but it is not necessary. You do not need to do that. That's what our team pages are for. But I also like what you said, Chelsea. You showed your sheet of like, so you invite 50 people a day. You write the people who responded on the back, and you only highlighted 3 people, which to me is, oh wow, only 3 people out of 50 times 5, if you're only inviting 5 days a week,
250.
Signed up. But at the same time, it's like, how many of us are not at Success Club yet? She literally hit it in a week just by doing that, you know? So it's like only 3 out of all that action, but also bam, done with that goal, on to the next.
Also too, going off what you're saying, I think a lot of people are really scared by like 50 invites. Holy crap. Like, guys, if you're sitting there and you only have a 5-minute break at work, send 10 invites. Send 10 invites when you wake up in the morning. Send in 10 invites when you're freaking peeing. Like, whenever you need to send 10 invites, I kid you not, send 10 or send 5, whatever you have time for. Send 5 whenever you can. And at the end of the day, you're going to look and you're going to be like, I sent 60 invites today just because I had 5 spare minutes. Like, it's crazy how much, like, I know a lot of the time people are like, I'm just too busy. I cannot be successful. Like, no, you just don't want to take your little pockets of time. Instead, you want to go on TMZ and E! News and take that beauty quiz. I'm talking about myself. And you want to go do all this crap. But like, what's holding you back from being successful is that you're just not disciplined. You're not focused enough. But that's the super cool thing is it's so fixable. Like, you can easily change that. Like, just know that when it's time to be a gangster, you got to be a gangster. Like, send out those invites. And I think too, like, let's stop the pity parties. And I'm speaking because I had one last month. Pity parties just bring you back. Like, let's just be excited and feel great and just celebrate the little victories along the way, even if you've never signed somebody up. Like I was telling one of my coaches today, she's on day 3 of her 21-day program and she hasn't done a program like ever. So I'm like, girl, be excited about your program. That's freaking dope. Like you are inspiring so many people out there. Like I know one of my coaches, Hallie's on here. She's lost freaking like 60 pounds with Beachbody. And even if she doesn't sign somebody up, like look at your journey. Just celebrate everything and how far you've come. And even if it's just something small, even if you're so depressed, you're so anxiety ridden, like you're just, life is like so sucky, do one thing that moves your business forward that day. And I'm not talking about, oh, I created this awesome YouTube video. I'm talking about the meat of the business. Do one thing, send out 5 invites. 5 invites is better than no invites.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Those 50 invites a day, are those all new 50 invites that you've never invited to? Or are they also follow-ups? Or like, how do you, not that it really matters in the end, but what do you count as a follow-up versus a re-invite versus a brand new invite?
Yeah, that's actually a really great question. So I try to do 50 fresh invites, but obviously we've been around for a while. So what I count as a new invite, so I count it as a new invite if they've never responded to any of my invites. So I don't count it as a follow-up until they've responded to one of my invites, like anything. So it's usually like a mix of like, sometimes it's like 20 fresh, 30 just sending the same person invite, but just switching it up. And then like I said, I don't count a follow-up until they've like said something back to me, like F off or something. I'm just kidding.
And what would you say for people who feel like they have 0 new people to invite, or they only have 5 new people to invite a day?
Yeah, so what I would say is that unless you're at 5,000 friends on Facebook, you're a dirty rotten liar. Go add people. So for the people that don't, so I don't know if you guys know this, you max out at 5,000 people on Facebook for friends. So some of you guys have added me as friends. I haven't accepted. I promise it's not because I hate you. It's just because you only get 5,000. So I'm trying to like have as many opportunities as I can to like invite people that way. So Facebook, if you're somebody who works there, just add people based on common interests and connect with them, obviously. And then as far as Instagram goes, guys, if you're new, you're going to want to check out locations. For me, just a prime example, I like to go to this place called Toast. It's a brunch place, and Amber knows what's up. Amber's from where I'm from. It's called Toast. It's in a city that's like 20 minutes from me, and it's just the best brunch place ever, and everybody Instagrams the crap out of it. So I always go to that location, and I just stalk girls on there, and I follow them because obviously we both like toast, and we both like mint watermelon margaritas. So yeah, I just go connect with them, follow with them, and then get them in my network. That's how I start expanding. Like, it's really about expanding your network. Obviously, you're not going to have new people to invite people to things if you're not expanding your network. Like, always be talking to people, always get new people in your corner because people will quit. I actually just had a conversation with a coach on here where one of my coaches quit that was like a good friend, and she was hitting Success Club like between 2 and 4, and it actually really hurt. But you know what? It hurt, but you got to bless and release. So keep expanding, keep having new conversations.
Stop. I have a question in regards to you mentioning that.
Sure.
Your friend that dropped off, that was like SC4. So like, for example, I'm just going to try and make this a little quicker and easier. You're here, and then there's people, whatever, wherever she was. And then, so like, say, for example, if that was you,
Yeah.
and then this was her where she, or no, this one was her where she signed up all these people. If she drops out, do all those people are they no longer connected with your part of the business or anything like that? If those are people that she signed up, or do they then go to a new coach, which would then be potentially you under the You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. So when anybody quits this business, so actually I'm a prime example of this. My original upline coach quit the business. So Ashley LaSure inherited me. So if your coaches quit, you inherit their customers and their coaches. So don't quit, because I'm going to get all your people.
Well, and go ahead, Samantha.
No, I was just to say if anyone has any other questions.
I was just gonna say one of the other reasons that I brought it up was because like I was initially watching one of our training videos that was on YouTube, and then I'm like letting it auto play, go to the next one, whatever, and I'm listening to this girl, and I'm like, this doesn't sound like she's promoting Beachbody. It sounds like she's shitting on it. And I looked at it, and it was like, why I quit Beachbody after 6.5 years, and I was like, oh, okay, and just like, I mean, yeah, I guess she had some valid points, but it's like, if you're not the type of person who wants to outreach and be like, hey girl, happy birthday, her birthday, and then follow up for that, like she was like talking about how reaching out to, like, they want you to reach out to all your old high school friends and be like, hey, come join me and do Beachbody, and it's like, no, that's not what it is. It's you need to be looking more for people who align with you and like the things that you like. And so that's kind of the thing that I'm mainly having issues with, is finding people like that I really think are like things that I like and I really think are going to want to work with me for something like this.
Yeah, and don't beat yourself up, because when you're first starting, you're honestly learning so much about yourself. You're not only you're learning about yourself, but you're learning about this business. You're learning how to work out again. You're learning all these things. And yeah, it can feel super overwhelming, but the key part of it is to breathe and just take it one step at a time, and just know that you're never in this alone. And that I'm really glad you don't think that this is just a reach out to your high school friends business, because it's totally not. But yeah, just take it step by step and just know that I'm still learning. I learn every single day, and I've been in this for how long? Like, this is such a business. That's what I love about Beachbody. You are constantly learning and growing and developing, and it's just a super cool thing. Amber, I'm super jealous that you got that olive Morning Meltdown hoodie, because they sold out.
I actually have not worn this in months, but I did the 10 rounds workout, and I was like, let's feel like badass today.
As you should. Let's see is there anything in the chat? Is anyone else attempting to post on IG right now, and it's just not letting them? No, Gretchen, some of us are actually here and present.
Well,
Busted.
the only issue I'm having with Instagram is trying to post from the Challenge Tracker app. When I'm trying to post it from the Challenge Tracker app to Instagram, I'm having issues. It's only giving me the option to send it to, like, Chelsea or to Amber or just to Beth. So it won't let me post it. It'll let me send it to a person.
Weird. Maybe try again in like 30 minutes or something. My stories don't always post.
I saw Dave your hand too.
Was it? Oh, okay. So how many of you guys actually use the business activity tracker? Wow, that's actually like pretty, like, most people don't. I would say I never used it. I literally never used it. I got to 1 star without even using it. But now it's like, oh my gosh, now that I have it, I'm like, my team is gonna blow up. Like, we're using it, and it's just so cool. Like, some of the ladies on here are hitting numbers they've never even hit. It's super cool.
So Chelsea, when you say your whole team is doing it, are you like all in a message thread and you post it every day? Do you just post it in your team page? Does nobody post it? It's just like a unwritten rule that like everyone's doing it on the side. Like, how do you all know what you're up to?
Yeah, so we have been in the works of like practicing using it. and today is our first day where we're all posting to our team page. But essentially what I've done for my team is I've offered them incentives. Like, you put in the work, I'm going to put the work into you. So I've offered so pretty much it's going to run till the end of March. So starting today until the end of the March, I want to see a business activity tracker completed for you. Every day you get 2 strikes and then you're out. And if you complete that, you can either get a ring light, like a desk ring light, a PD book, or like a workout tank. I've posted various prizes, and I also have a few males on my team now, so I've put Amazon gift cards and whatnot. So you have 2 strikes, 2 days that you cannot. It's just a March Madness thing that we're testing out. So starting today to the end of March, they're required to post it daily. 2 strikes, they're out, and they don't qualify for the prizes.
Love it. Nike is nice. You've got some good gifts.
Oh, yes. Forgot about that.
Awesome. Does anyone else have any questions?
Dude, you look so excited about life right now.
Past my bedtime, y'all.
Bro,
It's been about
9 o'clock.
I know, I'm a grandma.
We'll see about that in 2 weeks.
I love it. All right, guys. Well, Chelsea, thank you so much. It is super simple, but it's the simple things that actually work and why we keep saying to do them 6 years later. And thank you all for hopping on. Let's do a boomerang. And we'll come up with something fun to show you business activity tracker too. Okay. Chelsea, do you want to count us down?
Yes. 1, 2, 3.
Kelly.
She always has the best facial expressions, even on our TikTok in Florida.
I love it. All right, guys, if you haven't worked yet, go work and then fill out your business activity tracker. If you have, enjoy your restful night's sleep, and we'll talk later. Bye, guys.